Good day. Welcome to the fourth edition of LIB 3073. My name is James Gomia, and we want to thank you all for joining us again for this fourth edition. We have had three other editions, first, second, and third. In today's edition, we are talking about the disadvantages and advantages in using the US dollar as the only currency in Liberia. We are planning on choosing one single currency for Liberia going forward. So we dealt with in the third edition the disadvantages and advantages in using the Liberian dollar as our only currency. And now today in the fourth edition, we are talking about the advantages and disadvantages in using the US dollar as our only currency. So we start with the disadvantages. Loss of monetary policy independence. Liberia will lose control over its monetary policy as it cannot set interest rates or regulate the monetary supply. That's number one. Number two, dependence on U.S. economic policy. Liberia's economy becomes closely tied to that of the U.S. economy. Three, reduced seigniorage revenue. Liberia loses seigniorage revenue. Seigniorage revenue is the revenue generated by a government from the difference between the face value of its currency and the cost of producing that currency. We will lose that. And fourth, limited ability to implement fiscal policy as it cannot print its own money to finance government spending. So those are the disadvantages if we go solely using USD as our currency. Now, let's look at the advantages in using the US dollar as the only currency in Liberia. First, stability. The USD is a stable currency which helps to reduce inflation and maintain economic stability in Liberia. Two, facilitates international trade. It makes it easier for Liberia to engage in international trade as it eliminates the need for currency exchange. Three, increased foreign investments. The use of the US dollar can attract foreign investors as it reduces the risk associated with currency fluctuations, which can promote economic development and growth. And fourth, simplified financial transactions. It eliminates the need for complex currency conversion. So those are the advantages in using the US dollar as our only currency in Liberia. And also you heard earlier the disadvantages. So we encourage you to choose one because we're going to come up with the list in our fifth edition of the percentage of us that choose the Liberian dollar as our sole currency and those that choose the US dollar as a sole currency for Liberia going forward. Once we release the percentage, we add that to our policy booklet because those are things we're going to be moving forward on the ground to try to influence policy makers in our country, policymakers, decision makers, stakeholders in our country to help move our country in a different direction. That's the objective of this. So please go back, listen to our first edition, second edition, and third edition, and then this fourth edition. Those are very short audio. Please just take your time, listen to it. It's not really long. We have a lot of things we can do. All we can do is to spare 5 to 10 minutes a day to help change our nation's trajectory. Thank you. I'm James Gomia. I'll see you in our fifth edition. Have a wonderful day.